What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Reggie Anderson, Mr. Go, and this is Golden Opportunity. Listen, we're centered around entrepreneurship, but we also discuss today's issues through the lens of striving young business owners. I'll talk a little sports, a little current events, but more importantly, man, this is just some inspiration to get you through the week. Y'all thought I forgot about y'all. Okay. Uh-uh. Give you this golden opportunity weekly, every Friday. It's supposed to be Friday night on the drive home, but Black Friday and everything was today. Shout out to y'all who did some good shopping, who got some good things out the way. I got some things out the way. Did it earlier today, was doing a little running around. So, shout out to everybody who supported they local black owned businesses as well on this Black Friday. Yo, we gonna jump right in. Yo, today it's so crazy. This one been on my heart, man. This one been on my heart. I actually was looking forward to, doing this one with a little assistance. I was supposed to have a couple of the guys there for this one today, but you know what? I'm gonna still talk this one now. I'm gonna talk about this one. I gotta talk about this one. So today's topic, man, y'all see it already, but it's called friends without benefit. Friends without benefit. Friends. How many of us have to? Okay, all right. So friends without benefits. You know the craziest thing? Like when you think about if you say friends without benefits, you say who would want friends without benefits? All right? Everybody wants to have friends with benefit. If you got a friend with benefits, you know what I mean? Like you already think you in a pretty good space. Give it up for all the friends with benefits out there. So if you a friend with benefit, right? Usually we take that to another place, and we immediately think, oh yeah, right. This is somebody who's bringing me pleasure. We friends with benefits. So now let's flip that because y'all already know everything that I'm doing. If I'm talking about it, I'm walking about it. It's through the lens of an entrepreneur, a business owner. I'm thinking like how many of us have friends with benefits, meaning that they benefit us in some way. Being friends with them gets you into some doors that otherwise you wouldn't get in by yourself. Being friends with them kind of connects you to certain people that you wouldn't be connected with if it wasn't for them. And then more importantly, being friends with them brings you more gain than just a sexual pleasure, right? It brings you more gain being around this person, being around these people, being around bigger thinkers, high level thinkers. The benefits of being friends with those people, they are great. But then how many of us have friends that bring no benefit? It doesn't profit you none to be friends with this person. Yeah, they're not, I got some people that dare I say they're not even a good acquaintance. It's not good to even know them. They bring trouble. We ain't talking about that good. We ain't talking about the good kind. So, friends without benefits. I'm gonna talk this. We want to unpack this. So let's go. Here's the reasons why, and you know what? This is a video that was dropped by my CEO, and then revised or actually brought back to me, from my coach, from my captain. I call him a captain. I stay away from the word coach because what coaches on the sideline, they tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Like a coach just kind of assists you in what way you should be going, but a captain is out on the field with you. I call him, that's my captain. Mr. Victor Landor, he showed me a video called Entrepreneur versus Wantrepreneur, and it took me to a different place in my mind. So I started thinking about these things as it pertains to somebody that's not bringing a benefit to y'all business or your partnership. So it's actually labeled 10 reasons why people won't make big money, right? And so Think about this: the people that won't make big money are also those people who it can't benefit you. I dropped a video last week, and it was saying sorry, not sorry, because it was a guy. He was speaking on how unapologetic he was to not want people around him that are not trying to get some money with him. He said, I want all of my friends to be rich as possible, to be the man of their house, to be the man of their circle, for their family, their friends to love them, adore them, and they can provide, right? And if you're not trying to do that, it's like we what are we doing? This is not grammar school. It's not high school. You know, this is it's real life. And so, moving through different stages of your life, you will understand more and more that you kind of need less of the ha 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 ha, that was funny, and the yo, that was crazy what you did. That's not how we do it. Like, hey, let's step it up. Let's be better. Like, let's do better. And so, breaking that down, man. So look, one of the reasons why people won't make big money in this next coming year is, look, they never plan. They never plan to. Like, they only plan to make just enough. Like, I heard it from one of my guys who he holds a W-2 position. Remember, no shots at nothing W-2. Remember, anytime I'm saying it's never a shot at it. But anyway, one of my guys who he works a job, man, really good. In my eyes, he's a good worker. Very diligent. He's never late. He's a person that gets there before the if you could say before the lights come on, bam, he's there. Right? Works 40 plus hours in a week, not even salary. Just a very diligent person. But he said, "Yeah, man, this year, yeah, bro. I'm like, I'm a literally touch like 25," and I'm like, "Excuse me, you gonna touch what?" He's saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna touch 25, 25. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? 25 what? He's 25,000 in a year," and I'm just thinking to myself like, God, Lord, I'm like, Lord, like look where you brought me. You know what I mean? To a place where, not to minimize him or anything, but it's like I can't really see how we making 25. We in Chicago. This is Chicago. Like, I'm gonna talk some real numbers, but this is Chicago. 25,000 that's below the poverty line. But my brother, he ain't gonna make big money because he don't really plan to. He's okay with that. He's gonna be content with that, making 25, and that's it. Now, this is not somebody that's gonna be in my immediate circle. I can't really go and look to him for anything. Like, not a handout financially or anything, but like even my mindset. I can't really go to him for anything, like guidance or anything. Like, I can't. It just doesn't make sense. And it's not simply because of what he's making, but his mindset. His mindset is like okay with that. That's not one of my friends with benefits. That's a friend without a benefit to me. Number two, listen, man, and this is actually directly tied to number one, and that they chase only a certain amount. I'm not chasing a certain amount, and so the craziest thing is that I was. I was chasing a certain amount, but to make that worse, that amount was something that was like super attainable. So I'll rephrase this one. Chasing a certain amount, but it's a comfortable amount. If last year I made 75, why would I set the bar at 80 this year? If I made 75 last year, why would I set the bar at 80? If I made 90,000, 95,000, why am I even shooting at 100K? And it's just only in my. And listen, you can definitely disagree with me if you want. But people who aren't complacent, people who have a drive and are actually trying to do some things, they understand. They understand. If I made 90, 95, why am I shooting 400,000 this year? I'm going 250. I need to shoot at something that I, I need to overshoot. and try my best to get it there. And only friends that benefit you are going to help you do that. Can't hinder, ain't gonna hinder you from it. Number 3. So listen, man, they turn off the dream machine, and this one is where it starts to get a little personal. This one was where it starts to get a little personal. So I got some people in my family. Love them dearly. I love them dearly. Matter of fact, give it up for my family. I want to give my family, they fly. I never give hugs, kisses. Yes, I love you. I love you. A lot of people in my family have turned off the dream machine. One of the things that I identified early being in the business for myself, I identified that some things were wrong for me. I'm gonna give you an example before I give you my real thing. So, one of my good friends, David Martinez, he came to me and said, "Hey, listen, Reg, what's your greatest strength?" He said, "Wait, before you answer that, what's your biggest weakness?" So here it is. I'm posed with a question. That's like double-sided. I'm thinking about both. I wish he wouldn't have even told me both. I'm thinking like, okay, what is my greatest strength? What is my greatest weakness? And I gave some answer. I can't remember why I tried to differentiate. But he stopped me after I gave you the first one. I said, okay, so my biggest, like my biggest strength, man, is like, and it's something that I prayed for a long time. I prayed for this. I tell him, man, I prayed for this, bro. Like, this is my biggest strength. My biggest strength is patience. I'm a very patient person. Everybody that know me, they know I'm in go mode all the time. If you see me, I'm in go mode. I love to be high energy, go at it, go for it. Just go. But on the back end, when there are problems that arise, I'm a very patient person in that aspect. I'm patient with people. I'm patient in situations. I have more poise than I used to. And like I said, it was something I prayed for. I was hanging my head on it. I was proud. I was saying it like, yeah, patience, And so he said, okay, cool. All right, well, I know what your biggest weakness is. I said, what you mean? He said, yeah, I know what your biggest weakness is. Your biggest weakness is patience. I said, what do you mean? He said, your biggest weakness is the fact that you're too patient. You procrastinate a lot, Reg. I see it. You procrastinate a lot. I identified that from my parents. We were late to everything. We were late to everything. There was no being on time. We were late to everything. And my mom would say, "Hey, listen, son, don't worry about that. Everything in God's time." What was that doing to me was, number one, it was saying that it's okay to be late, which is not. Number two, it was feeding my procrastination, because if you're so patient, you let things go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But a lot of things in life need your attention. They need your urgency. If you're not urgent about some things, like your life is stagnant. And I don't want a stagnant life. So anyway, okay, so that's my first thing that I identified from just being raised in a more kind of lax environment and things like that. But the second thing, and this is one thing that I had come to hate to hear, was when people say, yeah, if it wasn't for, I had my daughter, yeah, ooh, I love my daughter, but if I ain't had her, I would have been this. Or, I was studying to be this or that. I was studying to be a doctor, but I had to drop out because I had my daughter. I had to drop out because I had my son. And so you never got back to that. Never got back to it. And two things, because this can go, it can go two ways. The first way is that, okay, it halted you, it slowed you down, but then you got back to it. Or you took a different turn in life. You started doing some different things, and then you never got back to it because those other things took over. So going back to blaming the baby for the reason why is like a cop out. It's like a cop out. Or so you get what I'm saying. So like you turn off the dream machine by doing that. If something is a real passion of yours, is a real, it's like it's keeping you up at night. It's that thing that you know you want to do. I don't think having a kid or having responsibilities will ultimately derail that unless you just secretly wanted to. I got kids now. I got kids now, and I know things are tough. But since I started learning work life integration, because work life balance is out the window. That's some old saying. Since I started learning work life integration, I integrate the things that I love to do, that I want to do, while all the while still developing as a person and having kids. I wouldn't blame them for anything. And I'm so happy that my fiance doesn't either. So, like, any of my friends that don't have some form of dream or some form of ambition, something that they're striving for, that doesn't benefit me. That's another friend without a benefit. And I would advise you that if you had somebody that kind of didn't give you that effect, they turned off the dream machine, they don't dream anymore, they happy with where they are, or they content with where they are, I'll say that ain't benefiting you. Number 4, they associate with people that are not around their income. So the reason why people won't make big money is because I make $25,000 a year, and all of my friends make $25,000 a year, or somewhere around it, $30,000 a year. When you make that much, you need to get around somebody that's making $1 million. Like a lot of people, and you know what? A lot of people downplay having a mentor. A lot of people downplay having a mentor. You know how important it is to have somebody that make more money than you? You know how important it is to have somebody who's been through something that you want to do, has been somewhere where you want to go. You know how important that is? You know how important it is to have someone point out your blind spots? If you don't have anybody to point out your blind spots, I highly suggest you get somebody to point them out. You can't elevate without knowing your blind spots. Tiger Woods, Venus and Serena, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like these are names of very prolific athletes. Do you think that they became as great as they were without trainers, without somebody telling them their blind spots? A good friend that's with benefits is going to definitely be able to point those blind spots out to you, whether it hurt, whether they can have a easy time telling you or a tough time telling you. Those blind spots being identified by somebody is important for you going up. Having a mentor is crazy important. And that's definitely another benefit to your business. So without that, that's a friend without a benefit. If you don't have somebody taking a learning curve and making it your success curve, that's not a friend with benefit. That's a friend without a benefit. Another one. You ever been around somebody that they just really not growing anymore? Just really, super intense. And I know actually all of these kind of sound a little bit alike, just very small differentials. Right. But this one, when I'm talking about this one, I mean like they're not really intentional about anything anymore. And I've heard people physically say, I just feel like life is just like, I need a change. I need to switch it up. Like I need to just do something. And then something comes along to shake up their life. Some person come along to shake up their life and they don't ever want to get out of it. They don't want to get out. So the idea of getting out of it sounds better than actually getting out of it, because getting out of it actually requires you to work. And a lot of people don't want to be intentional about that. But if I meet somebody and they're not intentional about constantly moving up, constantly, striving to do more, they don't benefit me. That don't benefit me. Another one. They aren't trying versus having a goal or a deadline. So somebody trying. You ever heard somebody just use the word try like every other word? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like I'm really trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I got one of my boys, man. Woo! It's hard to love on them. It's hard to love on them. Every time I check up on them, let me not say. I gotta be careful, man. I say his name. Look, I'm about to put it out there. But yeah, man. I'm just calling to check up on you. I just want to I'm just wondering how you doing, man. Wondering how you doing, man. Man, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to make sure that just stay alive, like trying to. And I'm like, man, stop saying trying. Like trying is lying. Trying is like whatever you trying to do. You trying is lying. So, but they always have that trying mentality, and they're down about it. You ever notice that people, when they're saying trying, that like their energy is different. Their energy is different. So, like, let me give you an example. You invite me to a party. You invite me to a party. Hey, yo, everybody gonna be there, man. Yo, you gotta make it. You gotta make it. Next Friday, dog. Look, it's gonna be. It's gonna be on the. I can't even describe. Man, it's just gonna be so turned. And I'll tell you like, oh yeah, hey, no, I'm gonna try to be there. What you gonna think about that? Yeah, he ain't going. He ain't gonna make it. If I told you like, yeah, I'm for sure try to make it. My energy feel different even saying it. You gonna walk off thinking like, yeah, he ain't gonna make it. But if I tell you like, hey, you said Friday, what time, bro? 7. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be leaving the office around 6. All right, man, it should take me about an hour in traffic. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. Yo, can I bring wifey? Cool. Okay, cool. Yep, absolutely. So you said it's like I have. Okay, yeah, yep. Housewarming type deal. But yeah, okay, cool. You said I sound like more confident about making it out, right? Yep. And I even sound like I'm gonna bring a gift. I sound like I'm gonna come with bearing gifts. But if I said I'm trying, that's why I say trying is lying. But I know people that's their only language. That's not a friend that could benefit me. That's a friend without a benefit. Another one. Whew. And I kind of touched on this one a little bit earlier. They got a leadership issue. My CEO had interviewed AB Antonio Brown. The thing about Antonio Brown, I mean, great player, obviously just great freakish athlete. Has done some things that I don't think will be eclipsed in the world of football for quite some time. Although talent is coming out always, often and always. But he's been a phenomenal player. He to me he identified that he has a leadership issue. He has a leadership issue. Well, my CEO Patrick David, and you can go watch it on YouTube. It's still up there. He asked him like, "Hey, you don't think you need anybody to point out your blind spots?" He said, "What? I don't have any blind spots." Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had blind spots. I didn't know you didn't have any blind spots. He's a millionaire. He made it that way. He came from a tough upbringing. He's done some things in life, but he's still one of the people who believes he does not need anybody to point out blind spots. Now, I think in the heat of the moment he was saying that, but obviously he's listened to trainers, players, coaches over the years that have pointed it out. So That's that. But I only brought up that example to just to show you that there are people that are in the world who believe that they don't need leadership. They got a problem with leadership. They got an issue with it. Me, I figured, there's always going to be somebody who knows a little bit more than me. My uncles used to say, man, listen, it's always going to be somebody that can punch harder than you. It's going to be somebody that can jump higher than you. It's going to be somebody that can run faster than you. You just be you. But never be too naive to take the leadership from that guy that can punch harder than you, that guy that can jump higher than you, and that guy that can run faster than you. So I always held on to that. I held on to that. And see me, I'm in a mindset today of if you copying the right cat, if you following the right person, if the goals, morals, values, and principles line up, and you following the right person, man, your life can change significantly for the better forever. Real talk. Real talk. No mentor, no guidance, and wrong industry. Craziest thing about craziest thing about you know choosing what to do for life or choosing kind of what type of stepping stones you want to use to get to your end goal is that it all matters. It all matters. I remember being an attendant at a place called Pump It Up. It's a party zone of inflatables. I will forever be grateful for that place. I remember working at a place called Marvin's Soul Food Kitchen. I'll forever be grateful for that place. I remember working at Walgreens. I used to stock shelves overnight. I'm forever grateful for that place. You know what I mean? I held a couple different other positions, but I'm grateful for those places. I worked in a few different warehouses. A place, um, one of my very first ones was a place called Federal Mogul. Used to be called Phil Pro back in the day. I was young, making a lot of money at a young age, but in that, whew, a lot of lessons with that, a lot of different lessons with that. But so my point is that it all matters. Um, if you spend your time too long at a place where you don't belong, you'll start to notice it. You start to feel it, and you have two choices after that. You could either ignore it, stay stagnant, stay comfortable where you are, or you can let it eat at you, and then until you saying, "Look, I can't take it no more. This is not for me." That's just kind of the space that I was in. Grateful for every position that I held. It taught me a different lesson. But now pushing on to become to being a serial entrepreneur and doing things on my own terms, I would say now I'm choosing the right thing. And for my friends that I see that they're stagnant or kind of just not choosing the right things, not living life on their own terms, not for me. You could be a friend, but ain't no benefits to you. And that's not gonna be in my immediate circle. Y'all, this was a real quick one, a super quick one. I'm usually going for about an hour straight, but this one is nice, quick, to the point. Until next time, I'm your boy Reggie Anderson, Mr. Go. Don't hate on nobody, but by God, don't wait on nobody. And everything you go through, you grow through. Peace. We're on good cut. We'll take that transition there. You see stop? All right, cool. We we can use the patch. We can use the patch.